Hello, I got distracted responding to messages. What? Are we surprised by this? We can't be surprised by this. We absolutely cannot be surprised by this. Okay, load in. Perfect. Great. Where is it? No, don't boot up that home menu. I don't know what that is. Please don't change to Japan. I don't know what that means. I would like to tell you all that I have some fantastic news. Is that too loud? No, that's fine. It's gonna get loud for a second. We'll have to live with it. Gotta get out of here. Great. My god. I have it too loud. It's so loud for me. Hold on. Blasting in my ears. So, I had a guy come in today. And by a guy, I mean I am now officially the owner of one of the Professor Layton androids. And I'm very excited about it. And I spent too much money on it. But I have another little guy in my house, and I think he could fix me. He didn't fix me because I read some terrible writing today. I read some very bad writing today, and it was rough. But he could fix me. I haven't taken him out of my box out of the box yet. I have all the Ace Attorney Nendros, and I haven't taken any of them out of their boxes, and I don't know why. Because, I don't particularly care about keeping figures in boxes. I just haven't gotten around to it. So it feels weird to take out the Professor and no one else, but, the Professor has a teacup. He can hold a teacup, and that's very important to me. I just needed everyone to know this. I needed everyone to know this update. Hold on, let me show it. So yeah, that's what, aside from the terrible rating I did today. Professor Layton Android. Yes. Okay. Okay. Voices. Ugh. That is the one thing about the Layton startups. It's that I always have to immediately do a voice, and it's like, oh no.
Luke and I made our way past the guard post. It would only be a matter of time before we reached the tower itself.
Fuck yeah. Starting off with a hell yeah.
I assume the trial must have started by now. I have the utmost confidence that Mr. Wright will do all he can to defend Miss Cantabella. I believe the key to saving Miss Cantabella's lies... No. I believe the key to saving Miss Cantabella lies somewhere within this tower. We must press on before it is too late.
Great. Love it. Great. Did we do this last week? It doesn't matter.
It's so quiet in here. There's not a sound to be heard. Let's be very careful though, Luke. The puzzle we just dealt with is not necessarily the only one in place here. Right you are, Professor. Let's proceed with caution.
Hello, Hannah. Welcome. So if anyone is curious why I've named this stream Tower Puzzle Hell, it's because for some reason I remember getting really fucking annoyed with these puzzles, but I can't remember why I was annoyed. I just remember being pissed off. So, I'm sure this will be a great start to stream. I think I just got annoyed because I feel like they're very repetitive, and I think that maybe the animation is particularly long. And maybe that's what bothered me, but we're gonna find out together.
It appears the chain is connected to the upper section. I gather it must be of considerable strength. I wonder just how much this chain is capable of pulling. Is this what I think it is? It looks like a lift. Indeed it does. It looks a lot like the kind of lift with which we are well acquainted.
Fuck me.
Well, we haven't seen anything else like this since we arrived in Labyrinthia. Yes, quite. In truth, I didn't think machinery of this sort existed here.
Ugh, I understand, Hannah. I miss him so bad. We talk about this all the time. What if he was here? What if he was in this game? He would thrive. He would thrive. He would thrive. We're in a weird tower filled with puzzles right now. Are you kidding me? We're in a weird puzzle tower. He would thrive.
I wonder what's it...
This is what I get for not doing warm-ups ever.
I wonder what it's using as a source of power.
I bet if I did warm-ups, my voice would hurt less when I did these.
Well, there seems to be no other way but up. Does that mean we get to ride it? Indeed, that would seem the most logical course of action. I must say, I find the presence of such a device most intriguing, but we can't stand around pondering such things now. There will be a time for that later. Onwards and upwards, my boy.
What is that a quote from? Oh, it's just a phrase. It's just a phrase. I feel like for some reason, like, it was from something, and I can't remember what I thought it was from. I'm sure, like, some book or movie used it in a very prominent way that made me think it belonged to that thing more than just a general phrase.
Right then, let's go. I know I keep saying this, Luke, but bear in mind that we must proceed with caution. I'm with you on that one, Professor.
Hello, Nocte. Whoa, it goes up so fucking fast. Holy shit. Hold on to your hats, boys. Jerky ass. Jerky ass lift, for sure. Alright, Nate. I haven't written at all today, but in my defense, I was busy. Like, kind of. Like, not really, but, like, I was. So, you know.
Professor, we stopped. What's going on here? Are we trapped? No, I don't believe so, Luke. Although I do get the feeling that something is about to happen. Something, Professor? What do you mean by something?
Ugh.
Luke, stand close to me. Okay.
Puzzle. Oh, these are the... Okay, this is what the puzzles are. Okay, yes. I think it was just... This animation sequence takes fucking forever. And it does it each time. A stone statue stands before you. Beneath it lies a panel with what appears to have some kind of... Beneath it lies a panel with what appears to have once been a crest of some kind, now a disjointed mess. Move the panels about by touching the arrows that connect them, then rearrange the pieces so that the crest is correctly displayed. I also think I didn't understand how to move it the first time I did this. So. Oh, that's why this pissed me off. You can't, every single time you move a piece, you have to fucking sit here as he fucking flaps. And it's like, can we speed it up? Can we speed it the fuck up? Can we go faster? I would like to solve this puzzle fucking faster, video game. And there's like 3 or 4 of them.
The joy of solving puzzles.
Now I remember why I hated this part. I was like, can you fucking, can we go? Can we go? Hello, Sarah. They have to kill several hours.
Whoa, he started to move again. It would seem this entire lift is, in itself, another puzzle put in place. Fuck. I don't believe we're in the clear just yet. This may take a while.
Now you need to slow down. Fuck. Jesus Christ, Layton.
We've stopped again. Another stage of the puzzle. Indeed. That would appear to be the case. I'll take this one. On this one, Professor. All right, but don't overexert yourself. We'll need to work together to solve the rest of this puzzle. Roger that.
Why did they? It takes so long. This elevator is why he never checked up on his daughter. For real. Almost hit the wrong one and we'd have to deal with this shit all over again. These puzzles weren't hard enough, so they were just like, I don't know, like really draw them out with the animation.
That was indeed an intriguing puzzle.
Was it, Layton? Fucking was it? Was it intriguing? Are you intrigued? Are you not entertained?
I did it, Professor! You certainly did. Well done, Luke. But we're still not there yet, are we? Why is this tower so tall? Just how far is this lift going to take us? Well, judging by all the stages thus far, whoever put this puzzle in place is certainly keen that we don't reach the top easily. We still can't afford to let our guard down.
I read Layton very slow. I read his voice slower than some other characters, so this is brutal. This is not...
We've stopped again. Well then, allow me to take this one on.
On this one. I keep fucking that one up. And then we do it again. I don't mind. It's not the puzzles as it is every single animation delaying how fucking long it takes to get to the puzzle. Let me save state because we haven't yet and I don't want to risk jumping back a bunch. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. If those things are falling all the way to the ground, that's a lot of stone we're paying for, buddy. Is this what the tax dollars in the UK are going to? Because, my god. Is there another, or was that the last one?
That was an exceedingly difficult puzzle.
It wasn't.
The next stop must be our destination.
I think you're probably right, Luke.
It wasn't exceedingly difficult.
This is it, Professor.
You once made me do a math for 30 minutes. Ooh, cutscene. Already? Is this whole part a cutscene? I thought there was part of it that wasn't.
It seems we have arrived at last.
I love brass. I can't believe I love brass so much and I never played brass. Oh wait, no. No, we then have to go up more. So we go up here and then we go through all of Spella's rooms and then we have the big cutscene I'm thinking of because there's more tower on top of this fucking tower. What a weird ass building. Arthur.
Wow, this is certainly different.
They didn't have to make this bit a cutscene, but they certainly did. They could have cut that cutscene and given us a fucking reveal. We could have had a reunion. We could have swapped this shit out. We could have had a reunion. But no, we had to show the fucking garden? Are you kidding me? What the hell? Your priorities are busted. There is nothing in the rest of the tower except weird elevator. Maybe.
Wow, you said...
Oh, you read that. I'm so out of
I
it.
can even see a water wheel over there.
It is a beautiful place.
It is. Can you imagine how much money they're spending? Like, they have plumbing up here. So to get the, like, I guess maybe the water just stays here and doesn't circle down to the ground, in which case all this water is probably pretty either gross and or chlorinated and or both. What I'm saying is this is a ridiculous waste of money. Arthur Cantabella, you could have spent this money on therapy for your daughter.
This evening breeze is a little chilly. So, is this the storyteller's garden then?
Bitch, why are you having a garden 80 stories in the air?
I think that's probably a safe assumption, Luke. Judging by the abundance of water and rose bushes, it's being well taken care of. I'd be inclined to say the tower seems more akin to a castle.
Who'd have imagined we'd end up in a beautiful place like this? Let's investigate.
There gotta have some flowers, man. There's like a bunch of flowers in this one.
Amazingly, it appears the structure was recently adorned with flowers and kept in rather good repair. I bet Spella must have had quite the comfortable life back when she used to live here.
Sure. I miss my freak tales.
Blech. I don't think Labyrinthia will have to worry about water shortages anytime soon, that's for sure. I imagine it must have been quite important to develop a technique for drawing water up to such a height.
That's what I'm saying, man. I watch a lot of HD TV and I have questions. Is there another one in here or is it just 2? Oh, there it is.
This building is really something else. I guess this part must be the storyteller's house. Isabella must have lived here when she was younger. Yes, indeed. This must have been her family home. Her family... I wonder if she had any plans to ever come back here. No matter where she goes or what she does,
Family is family. This will always be her home. I forgot how weird this game is about family when, like, I don't know, I feel like this is not the energy you're usually bringing to, like, even, like, the Layton games have some, like, shitty families. I guess, you know what, the Layton games have shitty parents, but they're never, like, family of choice. If you really think about it.
I'd say it's highly likely that she would wish to come back here someday.
Meh.
I suppose so, even if her family was only the 2 of them. The relationship between Isabella and her father may well prove to be an important clue. Yes, I was thinking the same thing. Huh? What's the matter, Luke? It's nothing. I'm probably seeing things, but for a moment there I thought I saw something moving at the top of the tower. Sorry, it must have just been my imagination. Let's go inside, Professor.
No, Come on, man. Child's room. Oh god, did you see that light for a second? That was so funny.
This appears to be a child's room. It certainly looks that way. From its condition, I'd say it hasn't been used for some time. Presumably it was used by Isabella as a child. Oh, right, so this is where Isabella grew up. Something pretty big must have happened to make her leave home so young. I wonder how Isabella and the storyteller used to get on together. Isabella is a young lady of strong conviction and a kind heart. I'm certain that that's because she grew up in a fine home environment.
Mwah, mwah. Mwah, mwah. I don't...
In other words, I'm sure she and her father must have spent some quality time here together. Yeah, I have a feeling you're right about that. For Isabella, this place must be full of precious memories. I almost feel we're intruding, coming in here like this. But Luke, we have no choice if we wish to save Isabella. Yes, I suppose that's true. When you put it like that, I guess she wouldn't mind if she knew.
Well, one of the things is not... Well, you'll find out.
The paintings on the wall certainly give this room a rather charming feel. This painting sure does make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside, doesn't it, Professor?
It's a tree.
This wall is filled with artwork from top to bottom, and not a speck of dust in sight. It looks as if the room is just the way Isabella left it back when she left home. Hey, look at all these stuffed animals and toys. Whoever made these stuffed animals appears to have put quite their heart and soul into the craftsmanship.
169. 170. Alright. Zoom in.
Crikey! Professor? Behind that curtain, there's someone there! Never mind. The mysterious figure turned out to be just a doll. Whew, that's a relief. My heart was in my mouth. The speller must have played with this doll as a child. Eh? What's this? Look, Professor, there's a children's There's a child's picture book here. The title is The First Story. It would appear to be a handmade children's picture book. I wonder if it was written especially for a speller. It may well have been. Evidently, a great deal of loving care has been put into the writing and illustrations. One sec.
There was a bad witch in the town. All of the carrots in the field disappeared, and all the money in the bank was turned into pumpkins. The people of the town had to put up with all kinds of mischief from the witch. They didn't know what to do. Then one day, a brave young girl appeared and said to the townsfolk, "When the witch uses witchcraft, she always uses a big stick, doesn't she? So if we take away her big stick, we'll be able to stop her." After hearing this, the people of the town set a trap for the witch and managed to capture her. At her trial, the bad witch said this to the people. "Even now, the legendary Great Witch Bezella is living here in this town. Bezella is the queen of all witches. She's the one who gives us witches life." The townsfolk punished the witch, and peace was restored to the town once more. To this day, Bezella is still hiding somewhere in the town. But the brave townsfolk will not be beaten by the bad witches. Yeah, fuck capitalism. Not like the greatest fairy tale or like bedtime story of all time, but like I guess they tried.
Who'd have thought there would be a fairy tale about Bezella? She's a mysterious character, all right. Tell me, Luke, why do you think the author chose to write about Bezella in a children's picture book? Huh? Well, maybe to make their children behave. Something like, if you don't do as you're told, Bezella will come and get you. Yes, indeed, that is a possibility. Still, I have to wonder, why is it that some lowly witch was caught, and not the great Bezella herself? Well, I suppose it is a bit strange. If Bezella herself had been caught, the story could have been brought to a more conclusive ending. Do you think there's some other reason? It's certainly a possibility. I don't suppose there are any other handsome picture books in the room apart from this one. Handmade picture books? I don't see any. I guess this must be the only one. Which would imply this book has some special significance. I guess so. After all, it is handmade. I bet she really treasured it. Do you think it was the storyteller who wrote this book? The handwriting does seem very similar to that of the story. This book appears to have been written with a touch more care and attention, but I imagine it was the storyteller who wrote it. He must have written it as a gift from father to daughter. That actually seems really thoughtful, even if the story itself is a little scary. I'd like to take this book to a speller. Yes, let's do just that, Luke. We must take good care of it.
Really, Sarah, that's the question. How did we get there?
I believe we've seen all there is to see here. Let's press on, Luke.
Why am I clicking up there as if I'm able to fucking click on the top DS screen? That's not how DS's work, you fool!
What do you make of this room, Professor? It's not very tidy. Looks like your office. This appears to be the very top room of the tower. The parchment lying on the floor here seems very similar to the type on which the storyteller writes his stories. I think we can say with some certainty that this is the storyteller's room. Huh? This is the storyteller's room? I was imagining something a bit grander, like a throne room with all kinds of posh decorations. Well, I agree that it's a little eccentric. It's unmistakably the study of an author. He probably spent all his time in here continuously writing those stories.
Dead.
The stories? Don't like thinking about those. I wonder what Espella thought of it all. Her father writing stories for all the townsfolk, I mean. I wonder if she looked forward to seeing new stories completed, or if she... The stories were probably a little too mature in content for a young child. I don't imagine the storyteller would have shown Espella many of them. But in that case, surely she can't have had many opportunities to even talk to her father, given how busy he was. I guess that means she was pretty lonely. It must have been hard for her, even knowing how important those stories are for the people of the town. But...
Sorry.
But I don't think it's right. No child should be unable to talk with their father.
Hold on while I screenshot this conversation, because it makes me unwell, especially since Layton fucking sucks at being a dad himself. I absolutely agree, Luke. Yeah, do you, Layton? Fucking do you agree? That's crazy if you do.
I believe it will be important in the upcoming trial to have an understanding of Espella's feelings toward her father.
Here, I'm just gonna screenshot this entire thing so I don't have to find it later.
Professor?
Sorry for the little dinging you're hearing.
Knowing you, Luke, I'm sure you must have a lot of things on your mind at the moment.
Trigger warning. Clark! Clark! Thin Ice Clark!
So if there is anything at all you want to talk about, you will tell me, won't you?
This is actually the scene that made me think when we first played Spectre's Call, last Spectre's Call, whatever, that if you watch that playthrough, I am so genuinely concerned that Luke's father fucking murdered his mother. I was fully ready for Clark to be a cold-blooded killer. And this is the scene, this is the conversation why I was so sure that Clark was actually a bad guy. And he still sucks, kind of. But he's really, like, he's actually, like, pretty low. He's got a decent dad tier rank. But I was very worried. Yeah, I thought that Clark was suspicious as hell, and he was still suspicious. And Luke was still not eating food. So, like, not a great job taking care of your son. But, like, he didn't murder his wife. So, you know, but this scene was one of the reasons I was like, oh, Luke has a terrible relationship with his father. This can't be good. This can't be good.
Of course I will, Professor. I'm always ready to listen, Luke. Now then, shall we start investigating this room?
Gotta grab that one. Then I got all of them. I missed technically one of Luke's lines, but it wasn't important. Which one? 4, 5, okay, never mind. I don't know how to explain how suspicious Clark Triton was, okay? He's totally fine, except for when he wasn't fine, but, like, it was super suspicious and weird.
Papers are strewn about the floor. Strange. It doesn't appear as if they've been written on. I know it sounds a bit silly, but let's try not to trample all over these papers, okay, Professor?
Did he say, Hannah, was that a professor, That I missed? Was I not? Thank you.
Wow, there sure is quite a bit of light coming through that stained glass window, huh?
We're gonna hit 50.
I wonder if this is actually the topmost part of the tower. From the looks of this room, it appears the storyteller is quite a talented artist. Something about this room really makes it feel a lot like the professor's study!
I was right. I'm a fucking genius. How come level 5 didn't hire me for New World of Steam? Why am I not on the writing team? No, I don't speak Japanese, and no, I don't live in Japan. Why was I not on the writing team? Answer me that. I know these people better than anybody. I am simply correct.
Look, Professor, a photograph. Wait, I didn't think they even had photographs in this town.
Dead man. Oh man.
Indeed, it's not the kind of thing one would have expected to find here. This is an anachronism! Too right. I certainly haven't seen any cameras about since we've got here. There's no doubt that this is a photo, though. What could it mean? This may be in some way related to the tower being so closely protected. What do you see in that photograph, Luke? There are 2 children, both young girls. Ah! The photo looks quite old, doesn't it? Look at the babies! Look at the babies! Ah! I wonder who they are.
Luke, baby, come on, buddy. Come on, Luke. Luke. 50! 50! We hit 50 Guys, this is huge.
Well, one of them is surely a speller. There can be little doubt about that.
He says so much. It's so wow.
Hey, you're right. And look at the pendant. It's the same one a speller always wears. The fact that she's continued to wear it ever since shows just how important that pendant must be to her. What about the other girl? Do you think she's a friend of a speller's?
Luke, baby, who do you know with purple hair who wears little cat ears? Come on, buddy, we can do this. We can do this, little buddy. Who do you know with purple hair and cat ears? There aren't that many people in this town. I believe in your ability to figure this one out, my little guy.
Indeed. I'd wager the 2 of them were rather close friends at that. They do look pretty chummy, all right. See, they even have the same pendant. A glimpse into a speller's past. This may well prove to be an important clue.
Yeah, no shit.
I would like to ask her about it face to face. Let's borrow it for the time being. I wonder if there are any other clues knocking around. Well, I'd say that's something that you thought you saw moving earlier as a point worth pursuing. But isn't this the last room in the tower? I must have just been imagining things. Not necessarily, Luke. If I'm not mistaken, there should be a way of getting beyond even this room. Let's look around more closely. Right you are, Professor.
2 girls. 2 girls. Where am I clicking? I can't remember. Oh, whoa. Jesus. Not me missing everything.
This is... What is it, Luke? This letter on top of the piano. This was evidence during that trial. That trial, my boy? Yes, the trial about Sir Belduke's death. The trial when... you were... Ah, you mean when I was turned to gold. In which case, this letter is the one that... the storyteller... the storytellers... No! The storyteller's owl hoot gave us after we last paid him a visit. Well, yes it is, but that letter was completely blank, wasn't it? Indeed it was. That was meant to be Sir Belduke's suicide note, which he'd addressed to the storyteller. His suicide note, you say? But Sir Belduke's butler swapped the letter for some plain sheets of parchment before it got delivered. And those blank sheets were given to us by Mr. Hoot, who knew something was strange about them. I see. I certainly missed out on some intriguing developments during my absence. The real suicide note was revealed at the trial. But how has it ended up here? Well, I imagine that's quite simple, Luke. It's likely that after the trial finished, the letter was returned to its rightful owner. It was addressed to the storyteller after all. Right. I guess that does make sense. I suppose the storyteller finally had a chance to actually read it then. Yes, in fact, it would be reasonable to assume that he most likely did so very recently, perhaps even today, while sitting at the piano. What on earth was going through his mind before that final parade?
Maybe that he fucked up big time and was about to die. Like, at least that he was about to die and had to end this shit.
There's something we're not seeing here. We need to investigate this closely, Luke. What could it be? Surely this is not a trap of some kind. It's unlikely that a trap would be so obvious. Just a moment. There's some kind of puzzle in this piano.
Is there? Oh, fuck. I forgot about this one. Shit. Below this glass window is written, "When the stars have aligned, the goddess shall pick her harp, bringing forth her serene song. Rearrange the notes to create a lovely melody." I don't actually remember if I solved this on my own. Hold on, I'm like watching these, trying to remember. Oh, hold on. Hi. Sorry. My sister just got home and I was like both trying to do this while got a screenshot. Sorry, we're using that. If I can remember if this is how you do it, right? I think it is. That sounds right. I struggled with this so hard on the 3DS. I'm gonna be real with you. This one's really difficult to figure out. Yeah, my sister just got home, cause she has an appointment tomorrow. And I was like, oh no, dogs are here. Dogs are coming to say hello. Oh. They're barking.
Allow me to show you my puzzle-solving skills.
Yeah, there's no screenshot option on the 3DS. You just have to, like, keep scribbling down them at, like, one note at a time. And I was like, it took me forever to figure out that's what I was even supposed to be doing. And I was like, ah, fuck.
Dun, 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 dun.
Look, Professor! A stairway just appeared.
A
Could there be another
stairway?
room above this one?
I have a feeling that the rooftop we saw from the garden continues above here.
They really were like, what if we just keep building this tower?
I can see what you mean, Professor. It's really dark in here, but moonlight seems to be coming in from up above.
Well, there's no turning back now. The answer to the biggest mystery of all is surely waiting for us ahead.
I think so too, Professor. I wonder what on earth it could be.
It's gonna be some bullshit, Luke.
The next step in the storyteller's story, if I'm not mistaken.
The next step? But the story has already finished, hasn't it?
No. Don't worry.
Not yet, Luke. It's still a little too soon for the ending.
Cutscene. Cutscene. We're watching a movie together, guys. Isn't this fun? I wish we could just sit down and watch Eternal Diva together. Wouldn't that be fun? Ugh.
It's you!
I thought so. You are still alive.
Can we kick him off the tower?
Professor,
Can someone just kick him?
I've had
Can you
enough
just
of
kick
your
him?
running around, flagrantly
Can someone
contravening
just
the
kick
flow of
him?
my story.
Like, get out of
As
here,
such,
man.
I can no longer ignore your meddling.
Just kick his ass. Also, I love that he's still keeping up the pretense by writing the book right now. Very hilarious of him. I love the way they animate this fight scene. I love how the swords get bendy. I think it's so fun. Like, this is such a fun fight scene for me. It's so... Luke, you're so... He's so little! Ah! He's so tiny.
Professor!
It really worked out for them that Layton just happens
Thank you,
to be a
my boy.
fantastic sword fighter. Oh, I forgot about this. Fuck. Shit, I forgot about this puzzle. Okay. As the storyteller writes, all the storyteller writes is destined to come true. Your opponent's attacks are no different. Memorize the storyteller's tale and deflect your opponent's predetermined moves. Oh god. I think I sucked at this, so. Oh god, what's his...
I'm afraid your role in the story ends here, Professor. Now allow me to write the tale of your demise.
Sure. The knight drew his blade. He raised his blade overhead and delivered the finishing blow. 1 across, forward, down. Oh god. 1 across. I'm like doing it. Backflip. Kill.
Well played, Professor. But how you fare in this tragic tale?
A new knight stepped in for his fallen comrade. He slashed quickly, delivering 3 blows before finishing the battle in a 3-hit combination attack. Spin, down, across, down, spin. Spin, down. Cool. Kill.
Think you worked it out, did you? Let us see if you can predict the ending of this final chapter.
The final knight drew his sword. As he attacked, he began to vanish into thin air, his movements veiled in the embrace of the shadows. Down, spin, in, across, down, spin, down, spin, in, across. Ooh. Oh, fuck. Down, spin, in, across. I don't know about these ones. So, down, spin, in. Was it in or spin? Fuck. Down, spin, in, across. Oh, did I get it? I did. Okay, great. It's like, what the fuck is happening? Kill.
I've already seen the answer.
Yay!
That was indeed an intriguing puzzle.
Fatality. In this case, it would seem that the pen is not stronger than the sword. Isn't it mightier? Isn't the word mightier? Isn't the phrase the pen is mightier than the sword? Not stronger? Ugh. They're allowed to have this scene to animate because it's so fucking good. The way Luke runs around. Ooh. Unfortunately, Professor Layton's like really cool, which sucks because he stinks. Unfortunately, he's a very cool guy. Except for all of the terrible dadness of it all. Down we go.
Professor!
A little bit of role reversal on that one.
Professor!
Luke is having a bad time. Luke's having a bad time of it.
That was close.
Yeah.
And we're all fine now.
Storyteller,
Storyteller.
I'm afraid that the power of your pen is no longer absolute.
God, I love when they cut from Professor Layton and his little dot eyes to, like, full anime man.
You never failed to impress me, Professor Layton. Just tell me one thing.
Oh,
What
literally.
exactly are you trying to achieve?
We are straight trying to vibe.
You could say, I'm trying to lift the veil that hangs over the town.
If that is indeed
LOL.
the case, the answer lies in the final story.
Dun dun
This very
dun.
evening, the great witch Bazella will be tried, and all stories will end. You should take your place in the gallery and observe the final trial.
Permit me, if I may, to ask you a question, Mr. Storyteller.
Okay.
Why is it that you are here?
What?
You too should be watching in the gallery, watching as your twisted story unfolds.
My twisted story? What
Yeah.
do you mean by that?
When you're killing your daughter? Kind of fucked up, man.
You must surely be aware that your story has already become twisted. Take our arrival in this town, for instance.
Thanks, Eve.
Not to mention our being here at this very moment. Neither of these things could have happened in the story you wrote. In other words, what I'm saying is that you are no longer the weaver of the tale.
Ooh. Get his ass. Can you just kick him off the tower? Who cares anymore? Get rid of this guy. Ah, fuck. I forgot they stopped voice acting for a second. Now I have to do it. Boo.
It is as you say.
Hannah, you missed the fight scene. How dare you?
The storyteller I crafted.
The storyteller?
The story I crafted has indeed been twisted out of proportion by someone else's actions. I'm not surprised that you realized. It seems nothing passes by those sharp eyes unnoticed. That is exactly why I decided to write the grand finale.
You missed the cutscene. How dare you?
To prevent any further distortion. Do you mean to suggest that by ending the story, you could return this town to its original state? To its original state, you say? I'm afraid that is not the case. The entire truth behind Labyrinthia is sealed by a single spell. That's right, the final spell.
This guy sucks at naming shit.
The final spell, you say? When the spell is invoked, Labyrinthia's true form will become clear to all.
What kind of spell is that?
It is a spell that has always been hidden within plain view.
I suck at speaking.
What's that supposed to mean?
Essentially, the final spell is concealed at the start.
That makes... Can you... I hate this man. Luke is like, I don't get it. And he's like, don't worry, I have another vague phrase.
The final spell is concealed at the start.
Luke, just start kicking him. Just start kicking him.
What on earth are you talking about?
Bah! I thought you two took it upon yourselves to unravel mysteries, do you not? Do what you will with it. Very well. Now then, I believe there's just one thing you may wish to hear from me. And what would that be? Firstly, what would you say if I told you that this twisting of your story is leading towards a grand finale quite different from the one you had planned? What do you mean? This evening you supposedly gave up your life to the great witch Bazella, did you not? As a result, the person thought to be Bazella is being tried in court at this very moment. Now, if you'll permit me to ask,
Sorry, I had to have a moment. Do you permit it? Ah! No one understands. No one understands!
Do you happen to know the name of the accused? Naturally, I wrote the name myself. There can be no question. Of course, the name of the accused is Isabella Cantabella. What are you saying? You mean my Isabella?
This guy's elevator takes him so long to take up and down the tower that he has no fucking clue what's going on in his own town. Good fucking job, Arthur. Like, great job. You're killing it. You're doing so good. You're doing a great job with this fun little experiment to protect your daughter. You're doing so good at it. Good job.
Yes, the accused at this evening's trial is none other than Isabella Cantabella. That can't be. That's preposterous. This is your doing. What have you done, Layton? You ask me what I've done, Mr. Storyteller. I am but a solver of puzzles and mysteries. I do not concern myself with scheming.
I love that line. I don't concern myself with scheming. That's my brother. I'm sorry. You seem to have mistaken me for my older brother. I don't scheme. I'm not a schemer. You have to go to a different member of the family for the scheming. I'm sorry. I can get you an appointment.
My Isabella? Why, how was she the accused?
Has he not caught up on, like, it's been a hot second since people have started thinking she's Bazella? Come on, man. Pay attention.
Perhaps you ought to go and see for yourself, Mr. Storyteller. Do you think it's a good idea to just stand here lamenting your daughter's fate?
Yeah, good question.
What's to be done?
He's been binging House of the Dragon. Oh, he's gotta catch up. Listen, he writes a story and then he goes and does a binge. And, like, maybe he does some paperwork for the government, but, like, who gives a shit?
Well, Mr. Storyteller, I will be returning to court. I'd like to witness this grand finale with my own eyes.
Luke just looks so sad. Someone give this guy a hug and a cookie.
Ah, yes, before I leave, there is just one thing I'd like to make clear. I do not intend to simply take my place in the gallery and observe the trial. Naturally, there is only one place for me to stand in order to unravel all of these mysteries. The verses! You mean to say you will stand as the defender? Unfortunately, the defender's position is already taken. Moreover, Mr. Storyteller, I am the one who knows the truth. The true identity of the great witch Bazella, that is. How can you know? There is only one place at which I should stand in order to assert such a fact, and that is not the side of the defense. Surely you can't mean. I anticipate seeing you again soon, Mr. Storyteller.
I fully believe that, like, even completely unaware of why she was doing it, Maya in this, like, before she got her memories back, was, like, would, like, hoard snacks for those few days. And she doesn't really know why she does it. But she does it anyway. Because if there's one thing, it's that Maya, I think, has food trauma. Food-related trauma. And that means she's got bread in her pockets. Dooba-dooba-doo. Chapter 9, The Last Inquisitor. It does taste delicious, you're so right.
Court is now once again in session. However, I must say I'm quite surprised at this recent turn of events. To see Miss Kira at the witness stand once again, frankly, I cannot believe my eyes.
Hey, girl.
You were most certainly sent to the flames as a witch.
That's right.
I was there. I saw it. She most certainly was.
But then how is she still alive? My god, the lighting looks like shit!
Is it? Because she's a witch. Can witches not die? No, she must have used a mirror and vanished just in time.
I say send her straight to the fire. We'll do it ourselves if we have to. Everyone's always like, well, Maya and Phoenix were only there for like a couple days. They're probably not that good at bakers. No, I say they're good bakers because I want them to be good bakers. I think they are great bakers. And they freak Edward that with it. I think they're great bakers. They should be allowed to be good bakers. Enough. A witch must be in possession of Atalia Magica in order to use magic. I hate to disappoint you all, but do you see such a thing on her person? I think not. What? She must have... That girl must have used Demir. Surely you can see that, High Inquisitor. Demir is a spell able to make someone disappear from sight. It cannot make one vanish entirely. And besides, an investigation conducted by the Knights of the Inquisition has concluded that this girl is not capable of using magic. Listen well, Miss Kira. Your existence alone jeopardizes the very peace of Labyrinthia. Oh god. Yet, given the current situation, it is now imperative that you testify to this court regarding what you saw immediately.
Objection!
That will not be necessary. What? This girl has already been convicted and tried as a witch in a previous trial. What could come from her testimony?
Objection!
But she was found hiding at the crime scene. That's a different crime. I'd say that makes her a very important witness, a witness whose testimony we cannot choose to ignore. Inquisitor Doppler, I'm afraid your objection is overruled. Instead of just letting it sit there like we usually do. You wish to proceed then? Very well. Let us see just how much of her story this girl is willing to tell the court, shall we? I don't remember Kira's voice, so it's gonna get weird in here. There's no doubt about it. Miss Kira must have escaped through the passage leading under the Chamber of Fire. Although, from the looks of it, the judge doesn't have a clue that the scap route? What? Oh. From the looks of it, the judge doesn't have a clue that escape route even exists.
I wish you'd hurry up and get the hint. I'm dying to take this helmet off already. The top of my head really itches.
Sorry, Maya. Take that thing off now, and we're as good as done. Just hang in there a little while longer. Very well, witness. You may begin your testimony. Explain to the court how you are standing here in court today, and why you are hiding at the crime scene. I can't stop yawning! We always have to get past the 10 o'clock mark. Once I get past the 10 o'clock mark, we're fine. By 10:15, we're good, but we have to get over it first.
I'm not familiar with this Kira you keep talking about. I come from the Eldritch Woods. I came to this town to summon forth the fire dragon and kill the storyteller. As it rained, I waited near the bell tower next to the vigilantes for my chance. I was only there to carry out my orders. I don't know anything else outside of that.
You came to kill the storyteller?
Yes, that was my task.
Ooh, shit, it looks bad in here.
Objection!
Keep in mind, this girl was not the one who summoned the fire dragon in the end. That was the accused. As I warned you earlier, there's nothing to be gained from this witch's testimony.
Objection!
Now hold on. She was still present at the scene of the crime with the intent to murder the storyteller. The defense insists we be permitted to continue with our cross-examination on those grounds. Darklaw is really trying to weasel her way out of this cross-examination. That means there has to be something out there. Out there? Girl, help.
I must admit I too am extremely interested in hearing what this witness has to say. Defender, you may begin your interrogation.
Fuck me. I don't remember this one. I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember the Kira part. I'm not familiar with this Kira.
Hold it!
You say you're not familiar with the name Kira?
Yes, I've never heard it before.
What I say, that is your name, young lady. Honestly, what witchery is this?
I have no name. I am simply a resident of the Eldritch Woods. Nothing more.
Eldritch Woods? The very same woods said to house the souls of the witches sent to the flames.
Literally, Sarah, I was going to make that joke. I was literally like, in my head, I was like, Phoenix being like, have you ever heard of Death Note?
Are you telling me they really exist?
No matter how you look at her, the Kira up on the witness stand doesn't look much like a soul to me.
The girl has lost all memory of ever being a flower seller. That is all.
If that's the case, then I wonder if she even remembers our run-in back at the marketplace. Same as Kira. Do you happen to remember me at all?
No, I do not know you. I first saw you just now at the bell tower.
Okay, I don't know if there's anything... Oh, wait, what do we have? I should check our evidence. I actually don't know what we have. This... Footprints, Vigilantes, Bell Tower Contraption, Flower Code Boots, and Case Outline. Great. Ooh, I just cracked my thumb in a new and interesting way when I pushed up my sleeve. Interesting.
Hold it!
Did you just say fire dragon?
Fuck. Pushing the wrong buttons.
Yes, it was all part of my orders. I was told to come here this evening and wait for the right moment when the storyteller would appear before the people. Only then was I supposed to shout out the incantation as loudly as possible. O great beast from the inferno, heed my call, Grandworm.
I believe this bears repeating. The girl does not possess a scepter. It's impossible for her to summon any sort of magical dragon.
Ah, yes, quite right, High Inquisitor. Then why are you hiding underneath the bench, Your Honor? Yes, well, it is as I thought then. She could not have cast the spell.
I believe I have made it perfectly clear. This girl is not the Great Witch Bezella. Naturally, the Great Witch is... that girl there, a Spella Cantabella with the 16 textures. There can be no other. Stop stealing the professor's line. As it rained, I waited near the bell tower next to the vigilantes for my chance.
Hold it!
Ugh. One sec. I have something in my eye. Okay.
Hold it right there, Miss Kira. You snuck right past the vigilantes?
Yes, that's right. My orders at that time were to...
The girl is a witch. Therefore, something as simple as vanishing from sight is child's play. Given that she has a Talia Magica, or Talia Magica, and the right stone, Darklaw, keep up with the lore. Darklaw, we have to stay on lore. We have to stay on book. Have you read the story Bible, Darklaw? Come on, girl. Isn't that right, witness?
Yes, that is correct.
Ah, I remember now. Just a few days ago, this girl used that very vanishing smell, Demir, if the memory serves.
Girl, but where's the staff? Where's the staff? Well, what are you gawking at? Witness, continue with your testimony.
What was that just now? I could have sworn I just saw Kira's face turn even paler than normal.
Ugh. Ms. Kira, who exactly gave you your orders? That is still not the right button.
I cannot say.
And why is that?
I am not to disclose the identity of the one who has given me my orders. That in itself is an order.
How convenient.
I am only supposed to carry out my orders, nothing more. I do not know anything else, and besides, there is nothing more that I can really do.
Nothing more she can do?
But hold on just a minute. Surely you are capable of using magic. You are a witch, are you not?
I am not a witch.
What did you just say?
His voice just changed weird.
I cannot use magic.
She can't use magic?
This girl is a witch. Every person in this courtroom knows that as a matter of fact. There can be nary a doubt.
Doesn't look like there's much to work with.
Huh. Even though she just finished explaining everything, I still don't fully understand. Oh man, Nick. You don't think this Kira is actually some sort of crazy magical zombie, do you?
Maya, you went through the same thing as Kira. Did you become a magical zombie?
I don't know, maybe. I was really hungry. Oh yeah, I guess not, huh?
Luke and I couldn't believe it was Kira when we ran into her in the marketplace. I mean, we thought for sure she was a goner back in the trial.
I don't think I'm far off, though. This Kira is way different than the old Kira. It looks like she doesn't remember a thing. She's almost like another person entirely.
But what if that's just it, Maya? What if the Kira right here, right now, is the real Kira, and the old Kira wasn't?
The real Kira, huh?
Yeah, and that's why I think I'm bound to find something useful in her testimony.
You can do this, Nick. I hope you're ready to slam on some desks because we are going to do some serious pressing here.
Am I just supposed to press everything again? Ugh.
Hold it! Objection!
Nope, this is nothing. I know we have to do the footprint stuff at some point, but for some reason I have no fucking clue when we do the footprint stuff. I don't know anything else outside of that. Oh, fuck, god damn it.
Hold it!
Let me click through everything again. That was exactly the same.
Hold it!
Maybe I have to press that one? Or present that one? Something's not right about this testimony. It's just a hunch, but what should I do? Oh. I don't know if anything was different from last time. I wasn't reading it. Ah!
Miss Kira, I have one simple question for you.
You started? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
You stated earlier in your testimony that you snuck past the vigilantes guarding the bell tower and went right inside. Tell me, did you use the spell Demir to get by them? That must certainly be the case. Had she not, she surely would have been spotted.
Objection!
But remember what she'd let slip just a moment or two ago. She denied being a witch and stated she cannot use magic. Therefore, if that's true...
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, they did, Hannah. They did.
That you, Miss Kira, would not have been able to use Demir at all.
Objection!
What a ridiculous argument. How else would this girl have been able to walk right into the bell tower unnoticed by the guards? Explain that.
Objection!
I have a better idea. How about we have the witness herself explain it to you? What do you say, Miss Kira?
I am not a witch. And I cannot use magic.
So then... Exactly how were you able to ascend to the bell tower? To ascend the bell tower without being noticed? Witness, amend your testimony this instant.
Okay.
What's going on? There's gotta be another way she got into that bell tower unseen. But other than magic, I have no idea what that could be.
I was wearing the robe of invisibility, so no one was able to see me through. See me there.
Wait a second, did you just say robe of invisibility?
Yes, that is correct.
A robe of invisibility? Surely you don't mean... a robe that can make one vanish from sight when worn.
Yes, that is correct.
What?
I love this game. I love this game so much.
Miss Kira, do you have that robe on you right now?
I don't have it.
I fucking love this game, guys. It's so silly.
Huh?
That is, I dropped it back at the bell tower.
Her voice keeps changing and I apologize for that.
What the heck was that? Why was Kira looking over at Darkclaw when she spoke just now?
Are you listening to this farce, my lord? Surely you do not give any credence to this witness's testimony. Especially to this preposterous notion of a robe of invisibility.
Indeed. I must say, witness, this is quite an unbelievable story.
Objection!
There's magic here.
I don't think it's that crazy, Your Honor.
What?
If something like magic can exist, the chances of a robe of invisibility being real are pretty high, wouldn't you say?
Objection!
If such is the case, then how about you put your evidence where your mouth is? Prove that this robe of invisibility exists.
Prove it? Hell yeah. What say you, defender? Can you prove to the court that the robe of invisibility does in fact exist? Yes, Your Honor. The defense believes it has evidence to prove the robe's existence.
Why am I not surprised? A ridiculous defender only gets ridiculous arguments.
I've gotta admit, an invisible robe does sound pretty far-fetched, even for Labyrinthia. But if there's even the slightest possibility this evidence is right, then I've gotta try it. Very well, Defender. Please show the court this evidence. Gladly. Show us the piece of evidence that proves the existence of the robe.
Take that!
Take that.
There was, in fact, a robe dropped and left at the crime scene tonight. A robe? Ms. Kira, that robe of invisibility you mentioned earlier wouldn't happen to be this one right here, would it?
Objection!
How ludicrous. You are trying to tell the court that that is the robe of invisibility. If it's really a robe of invisibility, then how is it that we can see it right now? Dirty white spots and all.
Well, just kinda got a point there.
Oh, hey! What if the robe actually disappears when you wear it? Give it here, Nick! Watch and wonder as Maya the Magnificent disappears before your very eyes.
She's so cute! She's so cute. Maya Faye, my best friend, Maya Faye. So, are you amazed yet?
Yeah, I'm amazed. I know, totally ridiculous you look in that.
Hey, what gives? This thing must be busted or something. I didn't disappear at all.
Well, that's not it.
No. Tonight, at the bell tower, I was wearing that robe.
What did you say?
Go! Go, Faye! Go, Faye! I think you're being called. Go! She perked up. I think someone upstairs is calling her because her head went, huh? And she didn't want to leave.
Order, I say order. What? How is that possible? The robe did not just disappear at all just now.
That's because of the white powder on it. It's usually not that dirty.
Her voice is changing so much.
Oh, you mean these spots here? Please don't tell me.
Oh yeah. Patty totally unloaded an entire bag of flour onto those nights, remember?
Not to mention it was still raining when we were up there. The flour must have gotten nice and wet, so it stained the robe. Say, what if we try washing the flour off? There's a small water fountain at the edge of the square. Head there right now and wash the robe so we can get to the bottom of this quickly now.
Go do laundry. Mid-trial. Go. Do your laundry.
Alright, this shouldn't be too hard. Take notes, Nick. This is how you do the laundry. See, all you have to do is throw the robe into the water like so. Oh, wait. What?
So, do you see anything, Maya?
That's just it. I don't see a thing. It's disappeared.
What? These two fucking goofballs doing laundry is so funny to me. I'm obsessed with it. I love it. They were like, what if we have a little break where Maya and Phoenix fail to do laundry?
They frantically took a close look at the water in the fountain, but the robe had actually vanished without a trace. Right there, inside the fountain.
They're like, we know what you've always wanted from Ace Attorney. Laundry. And they were right. They were right.
Defender? What is the meaning of this? How could you have lost such a vital piece of evidence? Your Honor, it wasn't on purpose. Trust me, I wish I knew how it happened. I can't believe it. The robe actually disappeared from sight.
I don't quite know what you're talking about. I can still see the robe just fine.
Huh?
Look, it's right here, see?
No, Ms. Kira, I really don't see. Because there's nothing to see.
So, is that how it works? Putting the robe on makes you disappear completely from sight? But from the looks of it, only Kira is able to actually see the robe itself. It is not just me. It's all inhabitants of the Eldritch Woods. All of us can see the robe.
The Eldritch Woods?
Our village lies deep within the recesses of the forest, in a world much different from this one. That's where I live. As long as we obey the law of the land, we're allowed to live there.
I knew it. There's definitely something different about Kira compared to the rest of the townspeople here. For the time being, seeing as only the witness can see the robe, we will cover it in flour again for the sake of visibility.
They're so fucking funny. They were like, I don't know. Just throw more flour on it. We don't want to draw another asset. Invisible robe updated in the court record.
But there's still one tiny thing bothering me. Ms. Kira, your robe was found on the middle floor of the bell tower, the same floor where we found my client. However, you were hiding on the uppermost level of the bell tower. You testified a little while ago that you dropped your robe, but I have to wonder, what exactly were you doing there on that top floor?
Oh god. I hmmed incorrectly. Oh, fuck.
It would seem there is still much we must ask this witness. What say you, High Inquisitor Darklaw?
Yeah, bad?
'Tis the Inquisition's duty to follow my lord's decision on such matters. I have no objections.
Very well, witness. You are hereby ordered to continue with your testimony. Tell us what happened between your sneaking up to the top floor of the bell tower and tonight's most terrible crime.
Yes, okay.
Sorry, my sister was talking and I was like, is this too loud? I was trying to make sure it was okay.
What happened? I was waiting on the middle floor of the tower. I started to turn around.
Oh! Hi.
I was waiting on the middle floor of the tower. I started to turn around, but I was too late. They attacked me from behind. There was nothing I could do. My arm was restrained, and the attacker covered my mouth. As I struggled to get away, I think I managed to pull something off of my attacker. That's when I lost consciousness. I woke up to find myself next to the bell on the top floor of the tower.
New voice for Kira.
Witness, are you saying someone attacked you while you were in the bell tower?
My neck is so fucked up right now.
Yes, that's correct.
If my voices sound weird, it's because I'm doing neck stretches.
But who?
I don't know. They attacked me from behind, so I couldn't see who it was.
So you were unconscious the entire time after that?
That's why I was unable to complete my mission. But even if I hadn't been unconscious, I couldn't have done anything trapped high up in the belfry like that.
I wonder if that weird contraption we found there was used to move Kira up to the belfry.
At least, I can't see any other way she could have gotten up there. Hey girl. Welcome back, Feifei. You heard the witness. She was locked up in the belfry of the tower. Duck has once again left. She came down for like 2 minutes.
In other words, she couldn't have had anything to do with tonight's events. Therefore, there is no need for this utterly useless interrogation.
Objection!
Not so fast. The witness also testified that someone attacked her tonight. Defender, are you implying that this attacker could have been Bazella? I cannot say for certain, Your Honor. Regardless, the defense requests we be allowed to cross-examine with this witness. Request granted. Now then, defender, you may begin your interrogation. And there's where the fun begins. Let's see if we can coax this mysterious second witch out of hiding.
Hold it!
What exactly did you pull off?
I was still really dazed at the time, so I can't remember it very well, but when I flung my hand up, I felt myself grab a small round object. I must have pulled it off without thinking. I felt whatever it was snap right off.
So, from what you're saying, it sounds like it could have been something that was on your attacker's person.
I think so. I can still feel it, even now. It felt like I'd just snapped a piece of rope or something. I really wonder what that could have been. I think I would recognize the shape of it if I saw it.
She'd recognize the shape if she saw it.
If only we had something that could trigger her memory. Then all we'd have to do is present it and we'd be in business. Who's having a worse night, Layton versus the Evil Tower or Phoenix in court again? Great question.
Yeah, tell me about it. You know, that might not be such a bad idea, Maya.
I think it's Phoenix purely because I think Layton had a great time doing puzzles and then having a sword fight.
Objection!
Ms. Kira, you stated that you felt yourself snap something off your attacker. Would that, by any chance, be this right here?
Oh. That's it! I recognize that shape. That was the object I grabbed.
What did you say? But that's the accused pendant, is it not? Not quite, Your Honor. There are actually two pendants like this. The one you see here is the counterpart to Ms. Cantabella's pendant.
No one's ever paying Phoenix shit. And I'm sick of it. Just like with Nancy Drew, we should be getting paid for our fucking time.
Now that you mention it, I remember. The necklace was actually very tough. It didn't really rip off so easily. So I struggled against it, tugging and pulling at it a bit. I must have scratched their neck in the process.
Wait a second. You mean you scratched your attacker's neck?
I think so, but I don't know for sure.
I think it stops qualifying as an internship when you cut your Russian spy for your boss. Right? My god.
Nick, in that case, that means the dark stuff on the necklace could be...
Yeah. It could be the attacker's blood. And as the court can clearly see, there are still traces of blood left on the necklace itself. However, take one good look at my client, you'll notice there are no visible scars or cuts of any kind on her neck. Ergo, there's no way Ms. Cantabella could be Ms. Kira's attacker.
They love having him use this word now.
Objection!
Nice try, Defender, but I must stop you right there.
Huh?
Have you already forgotten what I've told you? The Great Witch can use any spell in existence. She could have easily healed any such wound in the blink of an eye. Now I'm just making up bullshit.
Ugh. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I already miss Inquisitor Barnum.
Bitch, me too. Zacharias, if you're out there. Zacharias, if you're out there.
Man, you really can't catch a break on this one, huh, Nick?
Let us resume the interrogation. Witness, continue with your testimony.
As I struck the way, I think I managed to pull something off the attacker. Lost consciousness. Fuck. I didn't realize that was the last one. I wonder, could Kira's attacker have actually been a witch? It really doesn't look like magic was used to knock her out, huh?
Anyway, it looks like Kira is telling the truth. Still, she's definitely avoiding making eye contact. Not to mention, she seems extremely hesitant. There's no doubt about it. She's trying to keep something big from getting out.
In that case, Nick, let's give it all we've got and get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, it really feels like there's a lot riding on this one, Maya.
Hold it!
So you weren't able to catch even a glamps? So you weren't able to catch even a glimpse of your attacker? Is that right, Miss Kira?
Yes, that's right. Not even a tiny bit. They attacked me from behind, after all.
Did I just hear correctly? It sounds like she hesitated in answering. By the way, may I ask why you turned around, Miss Kira?
What? What do you mean?
Well, it's just that you said you suddenly tried to turn around. Something must have really grabbed your attention to make you even try to turn around so suddenly. Fuck.
I don't remember. I do think I heard a sound come from behind me.
Sorry. You're saying that you heard something, and that's what made you turn around.
Yes, but I don't have any recollection of what exactly that was.
I love when they not so subtly, like,
Hold it!
a jump to show, like, a screen of someone, and you're like, okay.
Was this person male or female, or are you not sure?
I don't remember much. But I do know that the person easily overpowered me. I remember they grabbed my left wrist. I tried to scream, but they quickly covered my mouth before I had a chance. I desperately tried to break the hold, but it was no good.
This is absolutely not her original voice. I don't know what's happening. It sounds like the attacker managed to restrict her movements from behind. Still saying that, there's definitely something not right here. Something about her testimony just doesn't add up.
Yeah, something about it is a tiny bit different from what we've heard so far. I think it'd be a good idea to check the court record again, Nick.
Objection! Objection!
I thought about it as soon as I pressed as I presented the cape, and I went, wait a minute, that's not right. Because my first thought was like, oh, that person shouldn't have been able to see Kira if she was in her invisibility cloak. But then I realized, oh, that's not what we're arguing right now. We're arguing that she had to have turned around. If she had to have a point, you know what I mean. This would be difficult if she did not see the person.
Ms. Kira, there's something a little strange about your testimony just now, wouldn't you say?
Huh?
You stated that you were attacked from behind, and that the attacker grabbed you by the wrist, correct?
I have to plug in my phone real quick. Sorry, it's about to die. I have to plug it in.
1 second. Alright.
Yes, that's right.
Assuming that was, in fact, the case, then I'd say no matter how much you struggled, there's no way you would have been able to yank off this pendant, don't you think? 1 sec. I've been sitting on a sweatshirt and it's uncomfortable, so I'm just moving it. I don't know why I didn't move it before. The strap on this pendant is too short. There's no way you could have reached behind you and managed to pull it off. I mean, maybe. That is a good point. Ms. Kira, the only way you would have been able to yank this pendant off your attacker is if they were standing directly in front of you.
No!
Order, order, I say. Witness, is this true?
Objection!
The witness was the victim of a physical attack. It's only natural that she'd be a bit confused on some of the details.
Objection!
Hi, Inquisitor. I wouldn't exactly call mistaking the location of your attacker being a bit confused. I'd call it more of a barefaced lie.
Well now, Defender, I can see you're as pathetically short-sighted as ever. Your argument is only valid assuming this girl here actually saw her attacker. If she was not able to see this person, well, I'd say it'd make it no difference where she was standing.
They were standing. Then that means the attacker was also wearing one of these robes.
That is impossible, my lord. As the witness already stated earlier, only residents of the Eldritch Woods are able to see these robes. In short, the attacker must have been a witch and must have disappeared from sight with the use of magic.
You must mean the Great Witch Bezella?
There is one more thing, proving the attacker to be a witch.
And just what might that be?
The witnesses stated that she lost consciousness. If you take a look in the Grand Grimoire, you will notice a spell called Feign-Fall. Witness, allow me to ask you. Did you hear the incantation of this spell? Now that you mention it, I do remember hearing something like that.
Say what? Ah, here it is. Feign-Fall causes those who hear the incantation to lose all consciousness.
We must not forget, the Great Witch can use any and all magic at will.
Witness, amend your testimony to reflect this important piece of information.
Yes, right away.
Oh boy. I can't believe she managed to get out of that one. But still, I'm not about to give up just yet. I'll keep going until we finally get to the bottom of who this attacker really is. Now then, let us continue with the interrogation.
My god, I forgot how long this trial is. Because after Kira, I think then we have some Darklaw, and then we have some Arthur. Like, there's so much left of this. I'm suddenly attacked. Okay.
Hold it!
You heard the incantation? Are you absolutely sure about that? Wait.
The second the incantation is heard, that can't be right.
Yes, there's no mistaking it.
The attacker used magic to disvanish from sight, went up the stairs, and then rendered the witness unconscious, also with magic. Clearly, this must be the work of none other than the Great Witch Bezella.
There's no mere coincidence that the attacker was able to use such spells. This is certainly no ordinary witch.
Afterwards, the witness's attacker carried her off. Naturally, that would require the use of both hands, one would think.
Both hands, aye, Inquisitor.
In other words, the witch would not have been able to hold a Talia Magica.
Ah.
Right. And the only witch that doesn't need a scepter like that is... Lizella.
I see you have somehow managed to get that through your thick skull, defendant. Very well. Continue, witness.
Let me go... Let me attempt this, but let's save state it.
Hold it!
Oh wait, that's not... I wanted to I wanted to, present the spell, not do this. It's fine. And before I could even turn around, I was suddenly attacked. There was nothing I could do. Okay, so I think it should... I could have just... I think it's this because it says instantly. So she wouldn't...
Objection!
Yeah. Great, we did it. We know how to play a video game.
Miss Kira, I have watched you at the witness stand this entire trial, desperately trying to keep something hidden from the rest of the court. I wonder if you're familiar with the saying, a lie begets more lies? It means multiple lies are bound to unravel and leave your story with more holes than Swiss cheese. Do you people know what Swiss cheese is? Do you guys have Swiss cheese?
Get to the point, defender. Stop talking about cheese.
According to the Grand Grimoire, Fainful causes a person to lose all consciousness. It's written here in black and white. Its effect takes hold the second the incantation is heard. Ms. Kira, you testified as follows. You heard the incantation for Fainful, and immediately became aware of the presence of your attacker. You then put up a fight. But if you really did hear that incantation, there's no way you would have been able to yank that pendant from your assailant. Order! What is the meaning of this? The meaning is that Ms. Kira didn't actually hear the incantation like she claims she did. But then why? Why on earth was this girl unconscious? I don't know. Kira was definitely knocked out by whoever attacked her. And when she woke up, she found herself on the top floor of the bell tower. It's possible Ms. Kira was rendered unconscious by... I can't remember what this one is. The answer here is obvious. Something other than magic must have knocked her out.
Objection!
And what, may I ask, makes you so certain of that? Is it not possible that another spell could have been used?
Objection!
That's just not possible. You of all people should know that.
What?
Ms. Kira's claim that she heard someone say the incantation is completely false. Even so, that wouldn't be too much of a problem if she actually had heard an incantation. That's right. However, going by her testimony, that can't have been the case. The only spell capable of making someone lose consciousness is Fainful. We only have one of those. Isn't that right, High Inquisitor Darklaw? Defender, are you claiming there is another way besides magic that could have been used to render Ms. Kira unconscious? There's only one other thing that crossed my mind. I'm speaking, of course, about drugs. Sleeping medicine? Drugs. Have you guys heard of drugs? Do you guys have drugs here? Sleeping medicine? If you remember, Ms. Kira stated that the attacker covered her mouth before she could scream. In doing that,
The attacker was able to administer a potent sleep medicine, thus putting Miss Kira out like a light.
Wouldn't be able to be chloroformed? That's not how that one works.
Indeed, that doesn't make sense. Therefore, Your Honor, the attacker did not necessarily have to be Bezella. I mean, why would an all-powerful being capable of commanding any null magic need to resort to drugging someone?
Objection!
Because it's fun.
Hold it right there, Defender. They managed to sneak past the guards and make their way up into the bell tower. Clearly, they must have used magic to appear invisible.
Objection!
You don't need magic to make yourself disappear, High Inquisitor. Throw this on, and getting past those guards at the tower is a piece of cake. The robe of invisibility? But despite all that, there's still one glaring problem. Ms. Kira.
Yes?
You admitted to the court earlier that you were attacked from the front, correct? If that's the case, then there's only one possible conclusion we can draw. You, Ms. Kira, were entirely capable of seeing your attacker's face.
Why is that? I didn't.
It's simple. You even said it yourself. Only residents of the Eldritch Woods are able to see this robe. That means, Ms. Kira, there is a piece of this puzzle only you could possibly know. Only you can tell us the identity of the person who entered the bell tower and attacked you tonight.
I can't tell you. No matter what happens, I just can't tell you, no matter what.
Darklaw is like in the texture zone.
You see, everyone? The witness has been covering up for someone from the very start of this trial.
What?
But luckily for us, we won't be needing any more of Ms. Kira's testimony. Because the answer is staring us right in the face. I'm speaking, of course, about the true identity of Ms. Kira's attacker. All the clues so far point to this one person.
Defender, I take it you are prepared to prove such a serious accusation.
I actually don't remember what our proof is, which isn't awesome.
I am. Alright, it looks like it all comes down to this. Now we'll finally see who's been pulling the strings this whole time.
Like, what is my proof here? I can't remember.
Very well, Defender, tell the court. Who was the one responsible for attacking the witness and locking her up on the top floor of the bell tower?
Help! She's here? I love how it mostly just looks like Foxy. That's so funny. Anyway.
Take that!
The answer is obvious, Your Honor. It was you, High Inquisitor Darklaw.
Yeah, 'twas the cat who set the house ablaze.
What? What?
Yeah, she's in the texture zone.
Order! Order! Order in the court!
Oh god, ow. Fucked up that one, hold on. Ugh.
Inconceivable, there's no way.
I must say, Defender, your courage is impressive. However reckless you may be, accusing a High Inquisitor is no small feat, I assure you. However, with serious accusations come serious consequences. One small misstep, and I will personally see that you never set foot in this courtroom ever again. Mark my words, Defender.
Well, this is the last trial, so, I would hope I don't have to do this again. I've been working a lot for free this week. I understand.
My, how confident. Let us see if that confidence of yours is well justified.
Ms. Kira's attacker drugged her with sleep medicine. It's likely took no more than a few seconds for her to lose consciousness. The medicine must have been very potent. I know, it's the only, it's so weird. They must have, like, there's gotta be something funky in, like, the coding that broke for this ROM.
True, after all, its effects appear somewhat similar to magic.
There's only one person I can think of in all of Labyrinthia who could supply you with that kind of medicine. Sir Newton Belduke.
Objection!
It's like, please don't talk about my Dad.
Defender, are you aware that Sailor Belduke has been deceased for over 3 months now? Are you a not?
Are you a not? Fuck. That's a fact I'm well aware of, believe me. While he was still alive, Sir Belduke provided the citizens of this town with a variety of medicines for whatever ailed them, and a lot of it was Tylenol. And a lot of allergy medicine, too. A lot of you guys have hay fever. But it wasn't all just medicine. He also he also created some very dangerous concoctions. That's why, after he passed away, all of his medicines and creations were confiscated. Confiscated? Yeah, we established this in the last trial. Inquisitor Barnum said as much in the last witch trial. I should stop goofing and gaffing. And it's just gonna be the next line. Hey, guys, who wanted to see Zach? He's on screen right now. Look quick, Zach is here. For one line, I'm pretty sure. The victim was an alchemist, after all. We were hoping the items confiscated from his study could provide some clues. Besides, such things must not fall into the wrong hands. It may not be standard practice, but it was deemed necessary. The confiscated goods are stored in our secret vault. The only person with access to them is the High Inquisitor, Lady Darklaw. Like a shot in a Monster Energy drink. Ha! Aha.
Objection! So, because I have access to the medicine, I must be the one that used it. Is that what you're getting at, Defender?
That's right.
That's stupid. Unfortunately for you, I would hardly call that proof. You said it yourself. Sir Belduke concocted a plethora of dangerous medicines in his efforts to assist the people of this town. He was well known for this fact, a fact that he no doubt was none too pleased with. As such, it is highly unlikely that those same dangerous substances are still scattered throughout town.
Did I say unlikely or likely? Whatever.
And therefore, Defender, it is entirely possible that the culprit was able to get their hands on such dangerous medicine.
Indeed. Long as Sir Belduke's medicine played an active part in maintaining the health of this town's citizens, there is plenty of reason to believe some of his more dangerous medicines may still remain within Labyrinthia.
A piece of advice, Defender. The next time you speak in court, I recommend you try procuring some real evidence before spouting such idiotic accusations.
God, her and Zach, they're great. It's so sad that they're in just, some random-ass spin-off and therefore are not going to be showing up ever again in any Ace Attorney game, because they're great. I love them. I think they're fun. This is so sad for me. Ugh. They're canon in my heart, but, they're not gonna, be able to show up. They can keep calling everyone else back, but not these two. Ugh.
If you fail to do so, your next words will be uttered to the flames.
Figures. I knew she wouldn't take that argument sitting down.
Both High Inquisitor Darklaw and Inquisitor Barnum are the very harbingers of justice within Labyrinthia. Raising such an accusation against either one of them without valid reason will result in the most severe of punishments.
Death?
What does he mean by the most severe of punishments?
I think the judge is saying that if I don't start making a case, we're going to be paying Sir Belduke a visit real soon. I need to present some decisive evidence and fast. I'm pretty sure I should be able to do that much. High Inquisitor Darklaw is the attacker. The one thing that proves it is... I think it's Darklaw herself. I think it's the scratch on her neck. Oh, it's really good. I'm just checking everything real quick. It's really funny how they were like, the 10 of them, you know who it is.
Cutie.
Anyway. The defense believes there is one clue here linking High Inquisitor Darklaw to the crime. High Inquisitor? She looks real sad. That clue is actually still on you, right now.
On me?
Girl, stop touching your neck.
I must admit I do not know where you are going with this, Defender, but please point out this clue to the court. Show us this clue, supposedly still on High Inquisitor's person.
I don't remember, I don't know if just, like, getting her neck is good enough, which is why I saved, because, like... I'm just checking to make sure there's no, like, obvious, like, blood or something that I'm missing. Ears. Anyway.
Got it!
Cool!
The High Inquisitor's neck, you don't mean?
Ms. Kira yanked this pendant off of her attacker's neck. Take a look at the necklace. It still has a bit of blood left on it. According to her earlier testimony, when Ms. Kira pulled at the necklace, she supposedly felt herself scratch the attacker's neck. Is that correct, Ms. Kira?
Yes.
Therefore, the attacker should still have the mark on their neck from having been scratched.
Oh.
Would you mind letting the court take a look at your neck, High Inquisitor Darklaw? I'm pretty sure that underneath that high collar we'll find exactly the mark we're looking for. Unless, of course, you were able to get rid of it with magic. Ooh. Ooh.
Most impressive.
What?
I have to say, Defender, you've managed to finally hone that dull blade of yours into something of use. You are correct. There is in fact a mark on my neck that I did receive tonight.
Whoa. What? Oh god, fuck, Jesus Christ.
Lady Darklaw.
Well, what is the meaning of this?
Oh god, did that just go through her?
Does that mean Lady Darklaw is the Great Witch?
What is happening? What is going on over here? Your Honor.
Oh, yes, I see you're still here, Defender.
Your Honor, I know you're shocked and everything, but come on, work with me here. Okay, Your Honor, the defense would like to call High Inquisitor Darklaw to the witness stand.
What did you just say?
It's quite clear that the High Inquisitor has some connection to what transpired tonight. And what's more, there is a chance that she used her position of authority as High Inquisitor to frame my client as the Great Witch.
What? Never in all my years as judge of this court has an Inquisitor been asked to take the stand in the middle of a trial?
Well, we're going to have to make some history here if we're finally going to find out the truth, Your Honor.
Even so, this trial cannot continue any further without an Inquisitor.
Hey! In that case, how about you get Inquisitor Bart?
Inquisitor Barnum remains incarcerated in the underground dungeons for the crime of treason against the storyteller. Fuck you if you wanted to see him again. I don't think he'll be able to make this party.
No way! How am I to tease him more?
Most regrettable, Defender. We don't have a replacement, so I simply won't testify.
Are you guys ready? There it is! The lights are fucking it up really bad, but this is it. This is the original test of the Ryu walk. This is the test for the Ryu walk. Which is so funny to me because this is the only time it comes up. And this, they were like, we have to test this because we would like him to walk around in the next one. So can you guys just like have Phoenix walk around a little bit? Just like a tiny bit. They put so much work into this, and I don't know. That's one of my favorite things about this game is being able to see how we got from this game to
DGS. I think it's really cool. And I also think whatever the fuck is happening with the lights in the background is really strange. And I mean, also fascinating, but like very strange. This whole thing is hopeless, unless High Inquisitor Darklaw takes to the witness stand. Espella will be done for, and the truth along with her. Literally. Goes for you in the peanut gallery, so fucking proud. Yeah, you can see the edge where the rendering stops. I think it's very strange. I don't know what we did. But on the other hand, without an Inquisitor on the other side, I actually love watching Phoenix walk. I think kind of like the same with Ryu, like it's really fun to see them like moving behind the desk more. It's cool, it's fun. The trial can't continue and the outcome would end up the same. What should I do?
Hold it.
He's here! Him! He's here!
I believe I can fill that role.
He has no fucking qualifications, but like, who does?
What are you saying?
Phoenix is
I
literally
can
the only
prove
one here with a law degree.
Conclusively, that Espella Cantabella is, in fact, the Great Witch Bazella.
I think she took it off because, if I had to guess, the animators didn't know they were supposed to put it in it. But if I had to guess, she probably decided Kira was done, so it didn't matter anymore. But I do think they kind of didn't tell the animators about that.
If there was anyone who could find some decisive evidence to win this thing, it was him. However, he ended up standing behind the Inquisitor's bench. The professor wasn't on our side here. I had to wonder, what the heck was going to happen?
Maya's like, who the fuck am I supposed to play solitaire with solitaire? Who the fuck am I supposed to play card games with under the bench if Luke's on the other side? Luke, get the fuck over here. I have to see if I can beat you at war. Chapter 9. Yeah, Luke and Maya are just walking back and forth.
Professor. But what are you doing?
Why do people insist on prosecuting against you to flirt? I'm so tired, man.
What am I doing, Mr. Wright?
Yeah, you were supposed to show up with some decisive evidence and save the day, Professor.
They 1000% did not tell the animators that Maya was in disguise for this scene. They just completely forgot to tell them, which is hilarious.
I'm afraid my only concern here is the truth.
Oh wait, isn't Luke trying to find something right now? He is, isn't he?
The truth?
Or is that later?
The truth behind the real
I can't
identity
remember.
of the Great Witch.
Luke
Espella
goes off at one
Cantabella.
point.
If seeking the truth requires us to stand on opposite sides of the courtroom, then so be it.
Literally. Literally.
I expect you to defend Miss Cantabella with everything you've got, Mr. Wright.
This is how Phoenix would be. This is the kind of shit Phoenix is into, is the thing. Like, he's like, Professor, how dare you? But like, the professor is like, but we have to find the truth. And Phoenix is like, oh, okay. Court is now back in session, and I just realized I need to get a drink. I ran out of my drink. I'll be right back. It'll be like 2 minutes. Have fun with the professor music. Let's hope they don't copyright claim me. Hello, I return. I would love it when I threw plush Layton he squeaked. I think it'd be really funny. I think it'd be hilarious. We're back.
Are you prepared, High Inquisitor?
She's like, I don't want to fucking stand here.
So long as I remain on the witness stand, I am no longer High Inquisitor. Simply Darklaw will suffice.
Ms. Darklaw, I'd just like to confirm something. We have a lot of game left. A moment ago, we established that you were, in fact, present at the bell tower during the time of the incident. That makes a total of 3 people at the scene.
It would appear that was the case.
However, you managed to stay hidden from 10 different guards. With the help of this right here. The robe of invisibility. In other words, there's every reason to be suspicious of your actions tonight.
It's like 3 hours from whenever the last witness shows up. So yeah, oh my god. I always forget how long this last trial is. Like, it's really long, even without the Layton break in the middle. Broken screen. We can't even see if Luke is there because of the fucking text box. And also him being short as fuck.
Lady Darklaw, well, I cannot believe you would deceive us in such a way. I ask that you tell the court what happened at the time of the incident.
Very well.
Witness testimony.
The town square has bet to be the parade's final stop.
Was to be, has to be.
Was to be the parade's final stop. I patrolled the perimeter to ensure nothing was amiss. As I passed by the bell tower, a pair of small footprints leading inside caught my eye. I went inside to investigate. I had my own reasons for not allowing any one of those vigilantes to see me. I climbed the stairs up the bell tower and saw an intruder inside with their back turned. I proceeded to apprehend them.
You apprehended the intruder?
While I hold the position of High Inquisitor, there are often times when I must partake in various secret tasks, unbeknownst to the citizens of Labyrinthia. One of these tasks being ensuring the security of the storyteller.
Security?
As such, there is nothing odd nor suspicious about my actions tonight. Trust me.
Source, trust me.
I see. Defender, you may now begin your interrogation.
Hat pulled down. Yeah, we are officially in the verses.
Hold it!
I don't remember how to start this one, so.
Nothing was amiss. You mean there was no immediate threat to the storyteller, right?
Now you tell me, Defender. Surely you remember the final part of the story?
She must mean the part about the storyteller's death.
There is little possibility of changing the outcome of what has already been written in the story. However, there are still those who would challenge the story and make an attempt at changing the inevitable.
Oh, Sarah. I would adore seeing Barnum and Lang in the same room together. I think it would be great.
That is what I think too.
Well, what's up, Maya? Did you notice something?
Huh. You could say that. It's just, look at Kira. She's been looking down in the dumps since the start.
Oh, right. Kira. I honestly forgot she was still here.
Not only that, she looks sort of scared too.
You're right. We can't afford to forget about her. I wonder if Kira has anything else she could tell us. I've got to remember to question her the second I see an opening.
They're like, reminder about that game mechanic. Just a reminder.
Hold it!
Those must have been Ms. Kira's footsteps. From when she snuck into the bell tower, right?
Indeed. The ground outside was quite muddy after the rain, so her footsteps were easily visible.
Right. According to the vigilante's testimony, they thought the footprints looked like Foxy's, but it turned out they weren't hers.
That's right. Her footprint would have contained a mark where her stiletto had been. But the footprints I saw at the bell tower contained no heel mark at all.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. The first... Okay, yes.
And you stepped inside those footprints on your way up the stairs so as not to leave your own and risk being detected, correct?
Exactly. At the time, my main task was to ensure the safety of the town square. In doing so, it was the utmost important that no one knew of my presence there.
Had the town people noticed your presence there, it would undoubtedly have raised some suspicion.
Indeed. So naturally, that is why I did not wish to be noticed by the vigilantes. Therefore, it was imperative that I mask any traces of my being there, even if it meant utilizing another's footprints.
I see. A clever tactic worthy of the High Inquisitor herself.
Is there anything off about her testimony just now? I can't let the professor catch me off guard. If I'm going to press an issue, I'd better be sure I know what I'm talking about.
A wise decision, Mr. Wright.
Are you in my mind palace? Professor?
Are you in my brain?
Huh. Boy, Nick, he can totally read you like a book.
He is! He's in my brain! Okay, seriously, is my face that easy to read, or is everyone just psychic?
Hold it!
And what were those reasons?
They relate to protecting the storyteller. It was something I was to carry out at that particular time.
Did it perhaps have something to do with what was already decided upon in the story?
The storyteller's word is absolute. Therefore, any and all those who make an attempt to alter his will must be dealt with immediately.
Hang on!
Hang on.
Excuse me, Ms. Kira. Witness.
Huh. Yes.
Figures. She really doesn't remember her own name. You seem to be deep in thought about something. Did you remember anything regarding the High Inquisitor's testimony? Oh, I clicked completely out of the game.
No, I'm sorry. Nothing in particular. It's just... I'm a little disappointed in myself.
Disappointed?
I travelled all the way here to Labyrinthia in order to fulfill my mission, but all I managed to do was fail and end up being captured.
Regardless of your own failure, Ms. Kira, the storyteller did die as foretold, did he not?
Tonight, as the rain came pouring down over town, I arrived at my designated location. Naturally, the bell tower was surrounded by guards on patrol, 10 to be exact. I was very nervous.
She must be talking about the vigilantes.
Just relax. You'll be fine so long as you're wearing this robe, I kept telling myself. Little did I know I was wrong. But none of this would have happened if I was just a little bit more careful.
Enough. I would be thinking more about atoning for your past crimes and less about what could have been if I were you.
Is there anything wrong with Kira's testimony? Fuck. I'll come back. No. Looks like Kira's testimony is a one-way road to nowhere. Alright, no further questions, Your Honor. I'll press again later, I guess.
Understood, Lady Darklaw. Please continue with your testimony.
I can't remember what we're doing for this one. On the staircase and saw.
Hold it!
Do you think it could have been the Great Witch Bazella? I mean, the thought must have crossed your mind. Surely you anticipated some sort of resistance.
Well, I hate to admit this. I allowed myself to act rashly without first considering the consequences. So, the second I noticed their presence, I took action. Never did I imagine the intruder would have as much strength as they did. Perhaps I should have gathered more forces to accompany me. However, at the time, I was not thinking straight. I assumed any additional help would not be necessary.
But Lady Darklaw, through your quick thinking and judgment, you still managed to successfully catch the suspect.
Unfortunately, my lord, 'twas nothing more than pure luck. Exceptional results can only be obtained through exceptional thinking, don't you think?
Why are you looking at me when you say that? Looks like that's all we're getting out of her for now.
You know, if Darklaw's just going to the bell tower to arrest some intruder, then I wonder why she didn't just come out and say that to begin with.
Simple. That information was on a strict need-to-know basis.
Need to know basis, huh? And we never need to know.
That sort of secrecy is pretty common, but usually they've gotta have a reason for not disclosing the information to begin with. Darklaw was hiding this information for a reason. That's what we need to find out. Why we need to find out exactly what she was doing in that tower. She really said, you're a dog shit at your job, and I'm like 18 without a law degree. I think she's 20, but she still doesn't have a fucking law degree. Her ass does not have a law degree. This woman is not a lawyer. She's just saying shit. She didn't finish high school. She has no degrees. She's been running a small business, aka this shit, since she was like 11. Like, I think that the best we've got is that Espella is about 18. I think she's the only one, and she is slightly older than Espella. I think 2 years might just be something we made up, but she's slightly older than Espella. I've got to get her to tell us. I love when people just say shit.
Hey Nick, is it me or do you feel like we're being watched?
Oh god, it's the professor. We're fucked. Yeah, tell me about it. Maya, I don't know if he's flirting anymore.
I wonder what's up with the professor. That's definitely not a flirting look, I can tell you that. That one, that's not flirting. Something must have happened. There's no way he'd turn on us like this.
The professor has been very quiet so far. But surely, he must have noticed there's something that just doesn't add up with Darklaw's testimony. Anyway, there's bound to be something in this testimony that we can use. We just have to make sure we comb through things from top to bottom for any contradictions.
That's right!
Okay, I don't remember what we're supposed to do in this one, so I'm very sorry. We're gonna have to go through it again and very slowly.
Hold it!
This is them talking about Kira. God. That part is really good.
Hold it!
He's so embarrassed. I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with that one. I'm trying to do the ones that Kira, now I'm doing the ones that Kira spoke up with, but I'm not going to question her. Then we'll go back and say there was something wrong with Kira's testimony.
What?
But there's absolutely no way you would have been able to disappear from sight. Not unless you either used magic or were wearing this robe.
The night is still young, Defender. You ought to save the theatrics for later.
Huh?
That was indeed a very simple way that I was able to sneak into the bell tower.
Simple way? Like what?
Fuck you. Come now, must I really spell it out for you? I used this.
That?
This is the whistle used by the guardsmen to warn of danger. The second any guard hears this whistle, they immediately head out to investigate the trouble. Vigilantes included. With a simple blow of this whistle, those guards took off from their post.
And then, the second they were distracted, you crept into the bell tower undetected.
All I needed was a small break in their perimeters to sneak in. It was so easy, even a person of your caliber could do it.
I see. Then surely there was absolutely no need for this robe, correct?
Indeed, my lord.
Okay. So now we know about that. I climbed the stairs and proceeded to apprehend them.
Objection!
Fuck, not yet, okay. Sorry, I wanted to be like, why can she see it? But like that, we're not there yet.
Hold it!
Okay, we went through. So now I think we have to go back and say that maybe something's wrong with Kira's, but I can't remember what it is that's wrong. Hi, sir. This man is not flirting. Oh, sorry, I don't remember where we're clicking for this one at all. I genuinely do find one of the things that's hard about once you know how an Ace Attorney game goes is...
What?
1 second for VOD. It... Is it back? Okay, great. That wasn't my internet. I think Twitch went down for a second because my internet is really fast right now. That was very strange. Okay. Okay. We're fine. Okay, but we'll have to reload. It says I have 0 viewers. So that's good. Ah, shit. I need to click on Kira. That's what I meant to do. Fuck. That does help. It means that people got back in. Oh, I should have clicked on Kira before. Fuck that up. Real good. I'm trying to get through this one so we can go to bed.
Oh, just like at any point? Yeah. Like, yeah.
What?
Hang on!
Do. It's like, can you stop fucking clicking? I'm a little disappointed in myself. But, as long as you're wearing this robe, this is where I need to point out that Dark Lush shouldn't have been able to see her. I just got the timing wrong. Hold on one second. About your testimony, Ms. Kira. You were thinking to yourself that so long as you had your robe on, you would be fine.
Yes, that's right, I was.
So basically, you were wearing the robe the whole time you were on the top floor of the bell tower. Is that right?
Yes, I had it on the entire time. That is, until I was attacked. And then my robe was ripped off by the wind.
Ms. Kira, this is the first time we've heard any mention of this information. Can you stop doing this? Can you people stop doing this?
Is that so? I think I must have just forgotten.
Your Honor, perhaps we should update this piece of evidence in the court record. Right you are.
If only they had a ye olden stenographer.
Lady Darklaw, please continue your testimony.
Okay, maybe now I have to present it, now that it's been updated. You know? Like, I did it too early, you know? That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying earlier when I was saying, I think that the Wi-Fi died when I was saying this. Or Twitch died, whatever happened, that was weird. What I was saying was when you know where to get, like, what the end goal is for an Ace Attorney game, or even what some of the big moments are, sometimes it's hard to remember, like, the little steps you want them to take, because you just want to be like, she saw that. She can see it. She's not supposed to see it. She can see it. But, like, they need you to do, like, 4 or 5 more steps before you can get to she can see it.
Objection!
Still no? Oh, wait, never mind. Usually it stops faster than I, like, faded out this time. I was like, no? So the person you saw when you entered the bell tower was actually Ms. Kira. The only problem with that is that would have been impossible. Don't fucking judge me, Professor.
What are you talking about, Defender?
Ms. Kira, or should I say, the witness, stated that while she was waiting on the upper floor of the tower, she was wearing her invisibility robe. Therefore, there's no way Ms. Darklaw would have been able to see the witness.
Oh, you're quite right. Anyone wearing this robe becomes invisible.
Right, but there is just one particular group that can see anyone dressed in this robe.
And who is that exactly?
No one else here has a law degree. He's like, Professor, I respect you so much. You are not a lawyer. You are a teacher of archaeology and a detective sometimes. You are not a lawyer. Only residents of the Eldritch Woods are able to see the robe. If you're from the Eldritch Woods, then you'll have absolutely no problem seeing this thing.
Objection!
So, what you are saying, Mr. Wright, is that Ms. Darklaw here actually hails from the Eldritch Woods.
I fucking love when they use an objection for a character to not really object. He's not really objecting here. He's just like rephrasing what Phoenix just said. For once, Phoenix is overqualified and suffering. So true.
and that she knew this girl prior to tonight.
That's right, Professor.
What is this?
What are those? Stupid. I don't think Luke is here. I think he's getting ready for the lab for like something else.
A most impressive display, Mr. Wright. However, there is one detail you appear to have overlooked.
Does he have little slanty eyes right now because he's angry? He might. I can never tell what the DS is. No one but Maya's here to see. No one's ever gonna fucking believe him. No, he's gonna try to tell Francisca about this, and she's gonna be like, sounds fake. I don't believe you. He's gonna try to tell Francisca. He's gonna be like, Francisca, for once, I was the smartest lawyer in the room. And she's like, that cannot be true. That's not possible. He's like, no one else had a law degree. And she's like, I don't believe you. Is this something I overlooked?
You say Ms. Darklaw saw something she should not have been able to see.
Exactly. Fran will believe the witches, but not the rest of this shit. Phoenix being the smartest lawyer in the room? No. No.
However, the truth is that there is one other possibility as to what occurred tonight.
Did he just say what I think he said?
It's rather easy to work out. Quite simply, the witness was not wearing the robe in the first place. What are you talking about, Inquisitor? The witness has proven her memory of tonight's events to be quite unreliable.
We're never allowed to say that. How come he's allowed to say that? I'm never allowed to be like, this person doesn't seem to know what the fuck they're talking about. I'm literally like, every single Lace Attorney game, I'm like, this person is like ill and should not, or like clearly doesn't remember what's happening, so their testimony shouldn't count. And I'm never allowed to say that in game. But you know who's allowed to say it? Professor Layton. And I think that's fucking rude. Excuse me, sir. You do not have a law degree.
I believe that by the time she climbed the bell tower, she had in fact already removed her robe.
You are just making shit up. I'm gonna throw my pen at the screen and like scratch it. You're just saying shit. This isn't. Fuck you. Fuck you. What?
'Tis as you say, Inquisitor.
Phoenix is like, are you fucking kidding me?
As you can see, Defender, your assertion is mere speculation at best.
Ooh, what happened there?
Your little witness here has been lying to the court the entire time. It's as simple as that.
Objection!
Well, 1 second. The witness is quite clear with her testimony. Isn't that right, Ms. Kira? Like, we can't just, like, claim she's lying for no, like, I guess you can.
I'm not sure.
What?
I mean, my memory is a little fuzzy.
No way. He looks at Maya and he's like, help, help, help.
It would appear there's nothing more to be gained from this line of questioning. Your Honor, I suggest we return to the cross-examination. A fine idea, Inquisitor. Well then, Lady Darklaw, will you please continue with your testimony?
What the fuck do I have to do next?
As you wish.
No matter how you slice it, Kira looks like she's definitely hiding something.
Huh. If only there was some way to getting her to talk, huh, Nick? No matter what Kira says, Darklaw just stays cool and brushes it off.
Yeah, this isn't going to be easy, that's for sure. That's why we really need to set our sights on Darklaw. If we keep doing that, then sooner or later Kira is bound to speak up and say something.
Whoa, Nick, that's your most dastardly devious plan yet!
Alright. I know there's still a clue or two in this testimony somewhere, and I'm gonna find it. I should go back and double check her previous testimony. There have to be some more contradictions.
Hold it!
I don't actually know if this is the thing to press. I'm just like, I don't remember what we do.
Ms. Darklaw, I just noticed something in your testimony that's very relevant to the case. The defense requests that you amend your testimony.
You just can't help letting that ridiculous imagination of yours run wild, can you?
The Inquisition has no objections.
What did we amend?
Very well, the witness will amend her testimony.
There was no heel on. Oh, that's what I wanted to. Okay, that's what it.
Hold it!
Ms. Darklaw, what was your reason for going up into the bell tower alone?
It is as I said earlier. I was in the town square to make sure the area was secure.
Okay, but surely you had some inkling that Pizzella might have been lurking around there somewhere, right? Wouldn't it have been a lot better if you just went into the bell tower with some backup from the vigilantes?
Defender, you witnessed the summoning of the fire dragon with your own eyes, did you not? 10 more people at my side against a power such as that would only mean 10 more lives lost.
Well, I mean, she's got a point there, I guess.
And besides, even if those 10 had been with me, their combined strength is nary that of even Barnum's annoying mutt.
No objections here.
Say, Nick, about Darklaw's testimony, I noticed something kinda fishy.
Yeah, me too. It'd probably be a good idea to give the court record another check, just in case.
Ah, fuck, I wasn't paying enough attention!
There's no heel on the footprints. That's them.
Oh, I think this one got lost me. Like, genuinely, I think this one I struggled with. Let me press this one again so I can read it real quick.
Hold it!
Going alone, secure. Their combined strength is nary that of.
Objection!
What I have here is a sketch of the footprints left at the bell tower. So tell me, Ms. Darklaw, are these your footprints in this sketch?
It would appear so. I would never mean to offend the hand of a hard work of Labyrinthia's vigilantes, but tonight's task was mine and mine alone.
Okay. When you put it that way, I can't help but notice a contradiction.
What did you say?
Ms. Darklaw, you stated the following. When you climbed the stairs, the footprints had no heel, so you tried to match your footsteps to them as far as possible. However, if you look at the actual footprints that were left behind, you clearly see there's not only is their heel present, but so is the entire foot. If you were trying so hard to step on the footprint already there, then the footprints in the sketch wouldn't have heel marks. That is very true, although I do not think such a small detail is of much importance in the long run. I agree, it's a small detail, Your Honor, but that's not all I noticed. There was something very telling about Miss Darklaw's testimony. Telling, you say? She stated that she stepped onto the footprints that were already at the scene in order to disguise her presence. Now there's something strange there. Specifically, why were these footprints left at the crime scene in the first place?
Objection!
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Professor?
Tell me, can you show me the court why this seemingly minor detail is odd?
I can't exactly do that at the moment.
Who can say whether or not these footprints are indeed worthy of concern? And if it is an issue, then what exactly are the implications? That, above all, is what you must answer, Mr. Wright. I do not believe you can assert that this is a blatant contradiction at this time.
There he is again, flexing that amazing brain of his. Phoenix.
That's enough.
Yeah, he literally is phrasing it like an essay question. He really is. It's the professor in him. Like, it is the professor in him. Miss Kira?
Lady Darklaw, how could you? How could you simply abandon us? How could you betray us?
Darklaw's like, are you fucking kidding me? Darklaw's literally like, what the fuck? He's like, what the fuck are you doing? Betray? Witness, what is the meaning of this? She's like, you couldn't keep it together for another 2 hours?
Lady Darklaw, you are the mistress of the Eldritch Woods. You are the one responsible for handing us our task.
Tasks? Fuck. What? Like, I'm sorry, this part's so funny to me because Kira just gets fed up and is like, actually, no, fuck this. But like, if she hadn't, we just like, would we have just been stuck? I love it. He looks like it's a halo. A big one.
This wretched girl is nothing more than a detestable spawn of magic. Her words cannot be taken seriously. People of Labyrinthia, I ask you, what am I if not a loyal daughter of this fair town?
No, you're lying, Lady Darklaw. When I was waiting up there at the top of the bell tower, I was most certainly wearing that robe. Lady Darklaw, you were also wearing a similar robe, were you not? Don't you remember?
What nonsense. I haven't a clue what you're babbling about. I simply managed to sneak right by those makeshift guards. It was not the most demanding of tasks for someone like me.
Yes, you're right. That would be true. If you'd been sneaking around by yourself.
By yourself? Witness, explain.
Enough. Listen to me, and listen well. Continue as you are, and I will see to it that this court be the last place in which you ever step foot.
It matters not. The end is already nigh. After the events of today, I shouldn't even be here right now.
Miss Kira, you're saying that Miss Darklaw was not by herself at the time of the incident tonight?
That's right. Lady Darklaw was wearing the invisibility cloak, and underneath that robe was a young girl, passed out on her back.
What? A girl? Could that be?
Yes. It was the very same girl imprisoned inside that cage up there.
You mean... a Spella Cantabella? It's kind of like, this is gonna sound stupid. It's kind of like in Kitchen Nightmares when the waiter is, when the chef, like the people, the restaurant owners are like, God, I hope the waiter doesn't say this. I hope the waiter doesn't do X, Y, Z. And the waiter is just out there with Gordon Ramsay doing like exactly what the owners don't want them to be doing. Because they're just sick of this shit. There's like, you know what? You know what's really good? You know what dishes are really, you know what is our special dish that's like great? And he's like, I think you should have this one. They're just like burning the place down. Order! Order! So the accused was carried up the bell tower?
My lord, there's nothing left for me to say. 'Tis the word of the High Inquisitor versus that of a witch. Tell me, who would you sooner believe?
Objection.
If the professor shook his head at me, I would be like, oh God, I fucked up.
Miss Darklaw, you of all people should be aware that this isn't a matter of believing or not believing. I'm afraid those are words that carry no meaning here. The only thing that carries any meaning here within the courtroom is evidence. Don't you agree, Mr. Wright?
Yes, absolutely, Professor.
Well now, things are beginning to heat up a little. Are they not?
Funny joke for witch burnings.
Fine. Tell me, Defender, have you the means to prove this assertion? Do you actually think you can prove that I, the High Inquisitor of Labyrinthia, carried the accused into the bell tower?
From the looks of it, Ms. Kira was supposed to keep quiet about Darklaw's little secret. But she couldn't deal with all of Darklaw's denials and finally found the guts to chime in. I can't let Kira's efforts go to waste. I don't care what stands in my way, I'm going to find the truth. Your Honor, the defense wishes to present evidence proving that Ms. Darklaw did in fact carry my client up the tower.
Very well, Defender. You may present your evidence.
I don't remember.
Show us the evidence that proves Lady Darklaw carried the accused up the bell tower. Fuck.
Is it still the footprints? Is this one where you have to present them again? I think this is what confused me when I did it last time, because you kind of have to present the footprints like, yeah, I think you have to present it twice, and you're just like, and I think that confused me because I was like, am I really using the same piece of evidence twice in a row? Oh, no, you know what? Sarah, you're so right. You're so right.
Take that!
What was I thinking? How could I forget about Jesus?
There was something in your testimony just now that I'm not buying. And that's the footprints that were left at the bell tower.
We are so close to being able to go to bed!
Did I not just finish admitting that those were my footprints?
Ms. Darklaw, you stated the following. There was no heel on the footprints, so as I ascended the stairs, I was careful to match my footsteps to them as far as possible. However, the reality is, the footprints pictured in the sketch actually do contain a heel. That means something must have prevented you from being able to tiptoe along the footprints that were already there. Prevented? Ah! You mean? That's right, Your Honor. Ms. Darklaw, when you climbed up the bell tower tonight, you must have been carrying Ms. Cantabella on your back. Is that correct?
Fuck you.
If you remember, it rained quite heavily tonight. That means the stairs must have been quite slippery. With your two hands occupied carrying my client, there would be no safe way for you to tiptoe up the stairs without falling. That right there is the truth behind the footprints on the staircase. He's in the texture dimension. Lady Darklaw, you...
Fine. I admit it. It is as you say. I donned the robe and made my way up the tower. But I was not alone. I carried both Espella Cantabella and her little friend up the tower with me.
Little friend?
That black-furred creature of hers. The thing is nary ever a second away from her side.
Oh, she must be Eve.
When I arrived at the top of the tower, I saw this girl already there and called out to her.
I was very shocked to see the mistress show up in person like that.
The girl's presence was an inconvenience, so I immediately put her to sleep. Believe it or not, it's not just like you said, Defender. I used what remained of Belduke's medicine to put the...
Oh, it's just like you said. Ah,
it's just like you said, Defender. I used what remained of Belduke's medicine to put the girl out of the picture.
And that's when Ms. Kira put up a fight and pulled this pendant right off your neck, correct?
That's right.
Well, I cannot fathom it. That would mean the pendant actually belongs to you, Lady Darklaw.
I just have one question, Ms. Darklaw. Why? Why take Espella up the bell tower? Why render her unconscious? And why go through the trouble of sneaking past the guards? What exactly was your aim in all of this?
I am in no way obliged to answer that question, Defender.
What? Well, what makes you say that?
Simple. None of this has any relevance to the case at hand. That's why...
Objection!
Ms. Darklaw, you rendered the witness unconscious and locked her up at the top of the bell tower. I'd say that is more than a little relevant.
Objection!
Ah! Not the head shake of disappointment.
Your Honor, if I may. The Inquisition believes the defense's question to be irrelevant to the current case.
Professor, what are you saying? Why did you let me go on for that long if you were going to object at the end?
It would seem the defense has forgotten a very important point. Namely, the point of this, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
The aim of this trial is to find the identity of the Great Witch Bezella, whether or not Miss Darklaw locked the witness at the top of the bell tower.
Who gives a shit?
Is hardly relevant to the purpose of this trial.
But...
There is one thing that is very clear. Neither Miss Darklaw nor the witness could possibly be Bezella.
What?
If either one of the two were Bezella, then there would be no need for them to have used this robe of invisibility. They cannot use any magic, therefore it is inconceivable that either of them could be the Great Witch. A rather straightforward argument if there ever was one. At the time of the incident, there were 3 people present. Of these 3, 2 used the robe of invisibility to vanish from sight, leaving only one person, indeed Ms. Cantabella. Ugh. With this in mind, the larger question is, who is Bezella?
Is that not obvious? The accused, Spella Cantabella, is the only possible answer. Besides, the accused's voice was heard by all the townspeople, chanting the spell Granwam.
Objection!
Not so fast. I happen to think these witnesses are extremely relevant to this trial. Did you forget about Ms. Kira? She supposedly took a one-way trip into the pit of fire over there. And yet, here she is in one piece, testifying that she returned in order to kill the ruler of Labyrinthia, the storyteller, and also, no one has pointed out that you are no longer gold. We have not listened. I get it. But the rest of these people don't know why you're not gold. You haven't had to explain why you are not gold to these people, and I think that's weird. Then there's Ms. Darklaw, who rendered the defendant unconscious and proceeded to transport her up the bell tower. I'd say there's more than enough reason to investigate who these two really are.
Only to discover that they are not, in fact, the Great Witch Bezella.
I'm saying there's a possibility that these two are somehow related to Bezella.
The court will now announce its thoughts on the matter. Please quickly, I have Spanish to do. I must say what Inquisitor Layton has stated certainly does ring true.
They're in their divorce arc.
However, Lady Darklaw, I have one question I must ask you. What exactly were you hoping to accomplish here tonight?
I assure you, 'twas not my intent to deceive the good citizens of Labyrinthia. However, I must now reveal the truth to you all.
Oh, fuck, the speed. Oh, God.
What did you say?
You don't think Lady Darklaw is in league with the witches, do you?
She can't be. She's the one who saw to that other witch's demise. Lady Darklaw, are you saying you're...
Yeah, they did have their divorce arc. I mean, Miles faked a whole ass death, and Phoenix was not cool with that.
That's right, my lord. I am a shade.
A shade.
Lady Darklaw, will you please tell the court exactly what you mean when you say shade?
Yes, of course. I grow weary of standing behind this bench, and I too have Spanish to do. I will tell you all I can.
What the heck is she trying to pull? Why testify about something that could potentially undermine your credibility? Oh, I think this is it. Witness testimony. Okay, yeah. I'll read it so it's not like a weird ending spot, and then I will go do Spanish.
Shades live outside the realm of those who dwell within Labyrinthia. To them I am known as the Great Witch. Those that are put to the flames in the witch trials become shades who live their lives in the woods.
We exist to carry out tasks given to us by our mistress, the Great Witch herself. I am not a witch, nor am I a wandering spirit.
Great.
What on earth? High Inquisitor Doclaw, do you mean to say that not only are you a witch, but you're the Great Witch?
Unbelievable. Lady Darklaw is the Great Witch.
The Great Witch? Doesn't that mean she's Bezella?
That's right. Lady Darklaw is Bezella.
I do hope you have not forgotten what we established only moments ago. It is not possible for Miss Darklaw to be Bezella. But Inquisitor Layton, surely this testimony just now proves it.
Shakes head.
I am afraid in the heat of such revelations you have all misheard the information.
'Tis pointless. This is the extent of what the people of this town will believe.
I believe the truth will become clear during our cross-examination. Don't you agree, Mr. Wright?
Defender, you may begin your interrogation. Next week. We will be doing this next week. I have to go do Spanish. Because they needed someone to be the Inquisitor. Inquisitor Layton is such a funny thing. All right, so thank you all for coming. Sorry I have to do this a little quick because I do have Spanish to do, and we have 10 minutes. We have 9 minutes. So on Thursday, I'm playing more 999, Zero Escape 999. I'm gonna probably start by listing out some of my theories because otherwise I think I'm gonna just rant about stuff the whole time. On Friday, I cannot remember if this is a week Ronnie is here, so I need to find a game for Fridays. We're gonna find out. And then I actually we need to start talking about what we'd like to do on Mondays. I do kind of like doing longer games and series. So if anyone has any ideas for Mondays, what we might want to do on Mondays, let me know, because we are almost done with this game. And I don't want to get into a situation where it's the Monday of after we finish this and I still don't know what we're doing, because that stresses me out really bad. So I'm putting it out there into the universe to hope that we figure something out together. And now I'm gonna go. And I'll talk to you all later. Thank you for coming. Have a good day. Have a good night. Have a good week. Drink some water. And yeah, thank you all for coming. And goodbye.